Hey, I'm Bill Rice, and I help mortgage brokers and lenders generate endless direct consumer mortgage leads. And today I want to talk to you about actually closing those leads. So in this video, I'm going to kind of assume that you're probably buying or generating direct consumer mortgage leads. But keep in mind, these basic tenets inside of here are best practices for closing any kind of sales lead. So I encourage you, grab a notepad and a pen. And let's get to it. Number one, I want you to have a customer acquisition system in place. So you're like, hey, Bill, but I thought you were talking about closing mortgage leads. It's really important. I call this the leaky bucket. If you're buying leads or you're generating leads, you'll be amazed at how many of those leads will actually circle back around, try to find you again later, or find you originally. Maybe you're buying off of a different site and ultimately will come to your site looking to inquire directly with you. So I think it's really important to have that similar customer acquisition system on your own website. So again, you need to have a website that is optimized for lead generation and lead capture. It's easy to get one of those. Kaleidico, we sell them for $250 a month. They're templated sites, but they are optimized for lead generation. So they have really important pieces to them, which we're going to talk to in a second. But even if you're buying those leads, they will search you. So you need to be ready to go ahead and capture them there. As far as what's on that site, one of the most important things that you can have is what I will refer to as a survey style lead form. A lot of times when you think about web lead forms, you think about kind of those traditional little boxes, name, email, description, contact forms, if you will. Unfortunately, those don't work terribly well in lead generation because most of these leads, and we know from actual data from Kaleidico, 80% of the leads, the thousands of leads that we generate a month, are actually submitted on a mobile phone. And what's the problem with the mobile phone? It's tiny, got your big fat thumbs there. You're trying to get up to that little box. You're trying to put some information in there. You get to description. You're like, well, what do I write here? Then you got to think about it. Just a killer on conversion rate. So instead, what you want to have is these little survey questions like, hey, is this your first time buying a home? Do you want to purchase a refi? Is this going to be your primary residence? You can ask all of those things just like a survey. And then on that little mobile phone, all they're doing is they're picking the right answer. And what that's allow you to do is ask a lot more questions, create a more robust lead, but get them through much faster with less frustration. And as a result, your conversion rate will skyrocket on those type of forms. So make sure that whatever website you have has that type of lead form there. And of course, always include a phone number because again, they're on their mobile device. Sometimes it's just easier to hit the phone number and go ahead and give you a call. So you don't want to lose any of those direct connects, those inbound calls. And then the other thing that I think is really important that often we don't think about because sort of traditionally we've only thought in terms of purchase and refinance and those two big buttons there. But in this particular market, things are getting more nuanced, right? It's kind of a weird market. Not everybody sort of is in the market, and the people that are in the market kind of have very specific needs. So I want you to think more in terms of loan programs and the specific borrower types that you can solve. So a lot of times in marketing, we talk about the riches are in the niches. Go ahead and niche down on your website and build very specific landing pages for each of the loan programs that you're offering. And as you build content in social media or you're running ad campaigns, don't just simply say home buyers, and instead say things like, hey, foreign nationals looking to buy homes, or real estate investors that are growing their portfolio of homes with cash flowing properties. Or, hey, if you're a gig worker in this growing economy of self-employed and you got a healthy bank balance and some cash flow, we can help you. So be very specific, state those scenarios, make sure that your borrower and the people that are trying to solve problems with mortgages know and hear themselves being referred to in your marketing. And then of course, we want to push everything into our CRM system because we're going to go to a second level of marketing we're going to talk about here in a minute. But before that, if you want to focus on building your mortgage and business and leave the mortgage lead generation to us, I would encourage you to visit us at kaleidico.com and we can do all of the lead generation for you and you can focus on actually originating the mortgages. Number two, the reason that we want all of that information pushed into your CRM is because every lead should be getting an immediate and urgent response. I like to refer to this as stop the shop, or maybe the Amazon effect. If you order something on Amazon, you get an immediate text message that confirms that your order's been made and that package is on the way. We want to do a similar thing. As soon as that form is filled out and you've received that lead into the CRM, make sure that you automate a text message going out that says something very simple like this. I got your inquiry. I'm looking at it now. I'll give you a call in a few minutes. Unless there's a better time, you'll be amazed. Anywhere from 40 to 60% of those will return in replies and they'll give you a better time or they'll say, go ahead and call me again, reinforcing that consent that you need there. I also, at the same time, like to automate an email going out, similar message. But the only thing I kind of add here is save this email. It has all my contact information, including my personal cell phone. Call or text me at any time. So again, you're trying to stop that shop. You want to assure them that I saw your inquiry. I'm working on it. I've got you handled. I'm going to call you shortly. The other thing that you've done with that text and email is you precondition the phone call. If you've done a lot of outbound dialing, you know that can be really frustrating. It's hard to get a phone call through. But if you did that text and email, there's kind of a funny little thing. All of this AI stuff going on in the phone. And we know that about 80% of these leads probably were filled out on a mobile phone. When that phone call comes into that mobile phone and there's been a text message and email that person's looked at, guess what that phone's going to do? It's going to take that phone call when it comes in. It's going to say, hey, this is likely Bill Rice. So again, this text and email, not only does it stop the shop, but it preconditions and sort of rolls out the red carpet for that inbound phone call and will help you get a higher contract rate on phone calls. And then subsequently, we want to automate follow-ups, right? Emails, sequences, reminding you to do phone calls and those sorts of things. Leverage that CRM to help you seem highly responsive to each one of those leads. Now, I'm going to put one caveat on here because, again, at the beginning of the video, I said I'm sort of assuming that you're buying leads or you're generating leads and you're getting those proper consent to contact them with these different sort of means and modes. If you're doing something different, maybe using age leads or something like that, be very careful of using any sort of automation, dialers, bulk text messaging, those sorts of things. Instead, just assume you don't have consent and you're just going to reach out to them just like you would a normal cold call. So you're going to manually call, you're going to manually email and those sorts of things. So again, be considerate, watch yourself on the compliance side. And then of course, ask the experts in your organization what you're allowed to do with each and every one of those leads. But the most important part is to make sure that that lead knows that you're going to follow up with them and that you're actively working to help them. Number 3, this is the last one, have a lead nurturing system because like I said, once you've acquired that lead, that's not the end of your marketing. Again, best case scenario, 10% of those turn into fresh new mortgage loans. That means 90% of those are still sort of running around inside of your system, either anxious, not sure, weren't qualified. There's a variety of reasons why they don't convert, but that doesn't mean that they ultimately won't be homeowners in the future, right? Or refinances in the future as the market turns, right? So just kind of think about the market. A big percentage of those folks that are coming in looking for purchases, they just simply can't find homes, right? So best case scenario, you're going to have to stay with that lead for 90, 120 plus days. That means you need to keep marketing, staying top of mind, or guess what? They'll forget who you are and they'll go get pre-approved with somebody else. Now, number 2, refinances. Hey, it's tough. 3% for first mortgages. Who's going to unlike that? People, meanwhile, are also paying off their homes in record numbers right and left. But as always, the mortgage industry will come to market with loan programs that will solve the problems that are in the market. So HELOCs are heating up. Toss a HELOC offer into your CRM of all those refinances that they weren't really comfortable unlocking that 3%. And now you can offer them a HELOC, go ahead and get access to that equity and save their 3%. We have generated a ton of leads for HELOCs in that case. And then there's also other programs that are going to come out and address things. ARMs are coming out. We've got no doc loans coming out, right? So as things change, all those new programs that are being offered by Rocket and UWM, go ahead and make those up into nice little emails, send them into that dead audience. And you'll be amazed at how many fresh leads that you will pull out of your database. Again, make sure that you keep it up on those new programs, toss them into your email list, into your CRM, and see if you can pull out some fresh leads.